Okay. I'll wait for the at least to hit 1 minute. Me add. I got Ashton add background music. That's copyright in DMCA. Have everything set up. Audio. Can you talk for a second?
Yes.
Perfect. Audio's picking you up too. Turn that up a bit. Yeah, Discord being captured. Everything's full screen. Wait for some people to come in. I'm gonna tweet it out. SpawnCast.
And then how many more people are you gonna get in?
Like for the interviews, I'm looking at when Ballers from Aggro. I DM'd him. And then I'm gonna DM Maya Selena. She's also an Aggro. She's a big content creator. Because I want to do a segment called influencer interviews. Basically, like ask them how they got into like whole content creation, stuff like that. But we are at a minute. Okay, so what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to welcome back. Oh shit, YouTube video. Sorry, language. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the SpawnCast. In this episode, we do talk about everything gaming, music, and everything variety. This episode we are featuring Seeyv. Seeyv on Twitter. Link will be in the description below when it goes to YouTube. I'll also put his handle on the stream. I will do that now. But what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another little janky little bit that we have here on the channel. I'm going to be typing at Seeyv. That is his handle. Put it under him. Seeyv. And I'll also put mine under the screen as well. What is going on, Carter? Welcome to the SpawnCast. Hope you're having a great day, homie. Also put my handle at the bottom as well. You guys know where to follow us to keep information. So, Dick Man, so inspirational. Okay, first things first, Seeyv, what got you into content creation?
What got me into content creation?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't make content.
What got you into streaming, like gaming, streaming, along those lines?
I don't know. One day I started playing games. Like my main game that I played was Fortnite, right?
Okay.
And then I was streaming and I got into it and then I loved it. So I just continued it. And then now I stream Valorant, Among Us, Phasmophobia, other games like that.
Okay. And at the moment, I know you do play those games like Valorant, and I know we play together.
Yes.
You said you played Fortnite, Valorant, Phasmophobia. Out of those games,
I don't play Fortnite anymore.
You don't, not Fortnite anymore, but you did in the past.
Yes.
Do you think, going back to Fortnite and how it's changed the entire gaming scene, do you think if there were necessary changes made to the game, do you think you'd still be attracted to the game, or do you think you'd wean off of it for more of a child's game?
No.
No. Okay. Now I know you play Fortnite. I mean Valorant. My bad. And have you trained, like not trained, have you trained your aim before playing Valorant, like such as CSGO or aim labs or any aim trainers along the way?
No. I've used aim labs 2-3 times maybe.
2-3 times maybe. Any preferences on aim labs? Certain types of maps? Well, speaking of aim labs, thank you for the sponsor to this episode of SpawnCast, which is myself. We don't have any sponsors as of yet, but aim labs, if you're watching this, in my DMs. Anyways, so back to content creation gaming. You are big. I know you were big in the Valorant. I know you're big into Valorant. Any necessary changes you would like to see made to the game to be a better player experience?
Split honestly just needs to be taken out of comp.
Taken out of comp? Any reasons why?
I want to see. It's so defense sided, so I don't like it.
Are you on October 27th, there will be a new map added to competitive,
yes.
Icebox, along with a new character. I don't know the name of the character, but we do have some abilities that we can talk about. I will pull those up now. Not on the stream, but for myself.
I do not feel like should be a comp game or a comp map, because the map is mostly jet and raise map, because you can get on boxes, hold unbelievable corners that most people would never think of or like think of looking. but I do feel like they need to change that. Definitely make B site a little bit bigger. It's a little too small. Um, they, I feel like it would be really good if they added a game mode like deathmatch, no abilities, but a 5v5.
I agree on that. Like you were saying, Valorant, on October 27th, there is a new character called Sky, voiced by Miranda O'Hare. She's a very famous director and writer, producer. Some of the abilities of this new character we're going to talk about in a few minutes, but what we can talk about is from left to right the abilities. We do have what is called a regrowth, with channel to heal allies within a certain radius. Do you think that could be busted any way possible?
Not really. It's basically like a Killjoy alt mixed with Sage, honestly. That's basically what it is.
Now, from that, we have also another ability called Trailblazer, which is control a Tasmanian tiger to concuss enemies. Now, first we're going to talk about your opinions on that, then my opinions. What do you think about that new new ability coming to the game?
I honestly haven't heard anything about it.
You haven't heard anything about this new character?
No.
Well, basically, this character is like a Sova.
Okay.
It's basically a big thing, like it's a Breach, a Sova, and a Sage main in one person. So this character, in my opinion, is going to be completely busted, because that's what happens with every character. Like Raze in the beginning in beta, we all know how broken her 2 grenades were, and her 2 satchels, and then her boom bot, and now they nerfed her to 1 grenade, but she's still a bit overpowered in my opinion. This new character, the one reason that I'm very nervous for this character is because, one, a lot of people are going to want to play this character. And noticing this, it's basically a Sova drone that can tag 2 enemies, 3 enemies, 4 enemies, and concuss them and ruin everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and now next we have Guiding Lights, which is summon a hawk that blinds. It's basically a curveball, basically Phoenix's curveball. We all know Phoenix's curveball. I know you're well aware with Phoenix's curveball, as you have played Phoenix in beta and also in previous weeks and days. Any opinions on Phoenix as we're talking about him?
Phoenix, honestly, I think he's he's perfectly fine. There's nothing broken. His ult is perfectly fine. I feel like it's got enough time on it. It's not too long, too short. I think it's perfectly fine. Fireball healing and wall healing, firewall healing. I think that's pretty cool. Flashes, again, cool. But pretty much, I think he's fine. I think he's a good character.
Well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the main lineup, the roster for the Valorant characters, we have I think about 8 or 9, maybe even 10 characters. The latest addition to the game has been Killjoy in Act 2. I know you're well aware with Killjoy. Any opinions on what can be improved and what cannot be improved? What should be taken out with that character?
A Killjoy main. Honestly, her grenades should be weakened a lot. I feel like they take damage to the enemy players way too high and way too fast. And they are too long.
Too long. I actually agree with that.
Her bot needs a range.
Which one? The turret or the
her turret,
alarm?
Yeah.
I agree with that too.
If you put it up on, what is it? Bind? No.
Bind, yeah. B-site bind behind the container.
No. Haven. I think it is Haven. C long, all the way down.
Yeah, Haven.
I forgot about the maps. Haven. It shoots all the way down Haven. So, or a
it's ridiculously long range. Broken. Yeah.
Icebox. We go back to Icebox. I feel like they do need to take back barriers too.
That I agree with, because on, I believe it's A site, if you are defending, you do have wide range to push up from both the right and left flank, especially if you're playing a character like you said, like Raze, Jet, Omen. Omen is one of those players that you know is going to be a very good fragger for this map, because he does have the blind smokes. He can blind up everything. Cypher also on defense will be an insanely good character for this map. If you haven't already, whoever's in the podcast watching, if you guys haven't already seen our streams, we both play the game, we both play with each other, we both play ranked. At ft.Seeyv on Discord, on Discord, on Twitter, on Instagram, not on Instagram, but on Twitch, on Twitter. All my ats are the same thing. They're both under our face cams, but we do both play Valorant. We both play these characters. If you guys want to see us live, his Twitch will also be in the chat. I will type it in there. But Cypher, insanely good on this map, insanely good on Icebox. I feel like Icebox is going to be a very big game changer, and that's going to show who is good and who isn't and can't adapt to situations. What do you think about that?
Cypher, honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I have nothing to say about Cypher. He's good character.
Okay. I think I'm just typing something real quick. So I'm gonna do a little rant about Cypher. Honestly, if you guys have already seen us play Cypher, I'm not sure if Seeyv here has played Cypher much on his stream, but I do play Cypher from time to time. There are really good camera peeks with Cypher. Cypher is a very busted character in my opinion on defense. I know he's more mainly for defense, but especially on this map with all these big locations and these giant rooms, you can get a camera from the back of a site to watching left and right hand side on peaks on that no one would look at. And boosting is going to be a very big thing for this map, using crouch boosting. I'm not sure that's been implemented yet into the game, but it will be soon enough. They did say on the Valorant League page that I do follow at Valorant Leaks. This map is going to be very big changing competitive wise. I've played a few matches in unrated, and most people surrender on the map. Most people have mixed emotions about the map. What do you think? What are your thoughts going into this new act with this new map?
I honestly don't know about it.
So I know you play a defense character. You play Killjoy as your main. I know that can be both utilized for attacking and defending. What do you think?
um, I don't know.
You having some technical difficulties over there?
Yes. Give me a second.
If you guys are just tuning in, I'd like to thank you guys for being here for the SpawnCast episode 1. If you guys haven't already caught up to the beginning of this stream, the beginning of this podcast, I will be posting it to my YouTube at SpawnSlayers on YouTube. If you want to find out where that is, !point YouTube. Thank you, Madison, for being here watching this stream. I appreciate your support. Thank you. But like we were saying, you play Killjoy, a very defense-sided character, very busted character in my opinion, and I feel you utilize her abilities very well. Not many people can utilize the abilities she has to their advantage, and I think you do a very good job of doing that. So I feel like you have a very good time on playing this new map. But going into this new act with this new map, new character, do you think there are any issues with this new character and or new map coming in to competitive? Because I know you are a very competitive player.
No, I don't think that. Not at all. I don't know. Not really.
Okay, so I know you play a wide variety of characters. Most of your mains consist of very fast-paced characters, very aggressive characters. For example, Killjoy and Jet. I know you did Op back when the Op wasn't nerfed, but with the Op nerf, what do you think are going to be some difficulties coming in with the new act with this new Op nerf?
They need to. I feel like they need to bring it back down. 5,000 is way too much. It's a total of 6,000 to buy an op and full shields plus your abilities if you die from the round before. So
Like you said, it is 6,000 to buy, and even with that entirety, that's about total about 4 or 5 rounds being saving without buying. That's if you win those rounds, or if you lose those rounds, I think it's about 7 or 8 rounds, which is honestly it's crazy. I think they should lower it, but I do like that they did nerf the fire rate of the operator. I think it was very fast pace, very good for clips, but unfortunately they did up the ante for the price, and they did lower the rate of fire. Now, going to this new act, a lot of people are saying, especially Wardell, one of the main snipers who plays Jet, has said that the Vandal is the new up-and-coming rising star of his performance. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that statement, or what are your thoughts?
The Vandal is a very powerful weapon. I feel like a lot of new beginners, like to Valorant, should probably practice with the Phantom and then go into the range or what's it called, like other stuff that's in the range, like spike diffuse or attacking, spike attacking. Use the Vandal, make sure you're pulling down, etc. Like just practice with the gun, and then you can go into comp and you start using it. It's a very powerful gun, as I said. um one taps. I think Phantoms do one. I have no idea. One like 30, 140 maybe for headshots. I don't know if they're one tap or not. I don't use the Phantom often, but the Vandal is definitely indeed
Okay.
a much powerful gun.
Okay. So I did pull up the stats of the Phantom and Vandal because that is actually a very big topic of discussion right now in the Valorant community. Most people are saying that the Vandal and Phantom have gotten buffs, which I do agree with. Lately, I've been using the Vandal more, as I did previously use the Phantom. And on mobalytics.gg, we do have some new and upcoming information. The rate of fire. Now, the Vandal has a 9.25 second rate of fire rounds per second, and the Phantom has 11 rounds. So arguably very much faster. They both do similar damage. I believe here. Let me look. Apologize for the wait. Yeah, here. Okay, so for 0 to 15 meters, the Phantom does for head 156 damage. So that is a one tap. If you were close range, 15 meters, shotgun range, that is an instant one tap. Because the max health you could buy is 150. So you were right about that. The body is 39 and the legs is 33. So close range, you're dealing a pretty big bargain for that. 15 to 30 meters is head 140, so that's two body or a headshot and a body shot. So you're still perfectly within range. Body is still 35, so not much difference between there, and the legs is only 3 difference. So the main focus here is if you can hit your heads, if you can have good crosshair placement, then you are doing pretty good. The only bad thing about this new buff is that it does lower the head range for 30 to 50 meters. So around a short to heaven on a bind, you are hitting for 124. So that's about 3 shots if you miss your all 3 heads. The Vandal does the same damage all around from 0 to 50 meters, so pretty busted overall. It is a one tap from close to far range, which honestly is very crazy. If you can hit your heads, you are perfectly in clear. It does the same damage as the Phantom does in 0 to 15 meters. So arguably the Vandal's actually a lot better than the
No, I'm pretty sure
Phantom.
if you hit someone in the legs with an op, it will hit them for either 126 or 120. I think it is 120 now.
Yeah, that is correct. Because they nerfed it, because I think now leg shots are less. I'm actually going to look up those stats.
But I'm pretty sure it's 120, and before it used to be 126.
Yep, it's 127. The damage goes from 127 to 150 to 255 with a fire rate of 0.75, a magazine size of 5, and the tier is a calculating tier.
Yes.
So you are right about the damage to the legs. This is actually outdated information. The price of the operator is now 5,000, but the fire rate greatly decreased. So a lot of people are having a very hard time and finding it difficult to snipe, especially newcoming players from the CS:GO scene. I know a lot of pros have moved from the scene. Tens, Asu, Wardell, the Valorant team with Hiko and Era and all these other teams have brought in a lot of great talent, and they've also made huge money moves. FaZe Clan with the FaZe Clan Invitational presented by Nissan not too long ago during my spring break. They did a tournament which brought in a lot of money, a lot of viewership, which I think is huge for the Valorant game. They have a lot of buyouts with a lot of teams, which is fantastic for them. Do you have any concerns with how the game has been handling itself thus far, or are you fine with how it's been going?
I'm fine with how it's been going, honestly.
You think it's good? Okay, so that's enough talk about Valorant. We're gonna move on to some other things, general wise. So we both do stream. We both are experienced streamers, semi-experienced streamers. We're not really big, but we do have our little communities, as I'm streaming this live right now. Do you feel that your stream is lackluster of certain things, or do you feel like you could improve on some things for your stream?
Lighting, honestly, can definitely be improved. As I said, as you know, and some other people know that I have on Snapchat, I have moved into, well, my setup has moved into my basement, in a room in my basement. So I definitely have to get some lights for here. And yeah.
The lighting
But
is your big change.
I want to, yes, I also want to get a new camera, a DSLR. I want to get one of those. but that's pretty much it. I want to get some stuff for the background. That's pretty much it. Need to repaint the walls.
So some pretty big quality changes for and experimental changes for the background and for the quality of the stream. Now DSLRs, are there any in particular you were looking at the moment?
Not at the moment. No, I haven't started looking into them.
Okay. From my experience, DSLRs are very expensive products and they're
Yes.
very costly. How do you go about getting one and having to get one set up? Do you feel like that is a good investment for your stream, or do you feel that in the long run you think a webcam C920 will do just fine, or a Logitech Brio?
Honestly, I think a C920 would be pretty good. It's a good starting webcam, but honestly, starting to push it more up and better quality stuff like that, a DSLR is probably your best option.
Perfect. As of right now, I know you use the Blue Snowball Ice, the black version of it. Are there any reasons, not any reasons as to why, but any reasons why you would want to switch that microphone for either better audio quality or maybe get an XLR microphone just to enhance the audio quality of your stream?
Honestly, I think it's pretty good quality for as it is now. I don't think I need an upgrade anytime soon. Maybe as of sometime next year. So maybe an upgrade. I was looking at a HyperX Quadcast. So
The new one, the S, or the old one?
probably the S.
The S, okay.
As of upgrading setups, I do need to upgrade my chair. It has been taped up several times.
Trust me, I can relate to that. My armchair is cutting my. That's why hoodies. That's why I wear hoodies when I play.
Yeah,
They cut my arms.
mine's taped.
You're just taped. You mind showing us, or is that too hectic for you? Ooh, push to talk. While we wait for him to figure this stuff out.
All right.
Very good. Pop culture is a certain thing now, especially YouTube viewership. That is something huge boosting right now with brand new signings. PewDiePie, one humongous creator on the platform with over 100 million subscribers on the platform, recently signed to YouTube not too long ago, along with Courage JD and Valkyrie of 100 Thieves. Any opinions on how do you think YouTube will be the next big streaming platform, or do you still think Twitch will carry the crown?
Probably Twitch. Twitch is honestly a really big streaming platform as it is, and I think it'll just keep continuing growing.
You continue. Answer. YouTube. Going back to YouTube, the scene over there has been very huge with big name streamers such as Dr. Disrespect, a very well respected Twitch streamer, or ex Twitch streamer, as he was banned, I believe in August, for unknown reasons that I can't talk about, but I might get banned for saying his name, but who cares. He was one huge streamer averaging about 57,000 viewers. Now he averages 75,000 on YouTube, along with Deller, an ex-banned streamer. He was recently unbanned and is depicting turning back to YouTube or Twitch. Now, have you heard of Deller before?
I have. I used to watch him.
What do you think of his content? Do you think he's very well-rounded? Do you think he could improve on anything in specific?
Honestly, I think he's perfectly fine as is.
Okay. So that's for that
His
segment.
raging makes him entertaining.
Makes him entertaining.
Yes.
That's actually a big factor with a lot of people. For example, Tyler One, a very big League of Legends streamer, recently signed to the org T1. So T1 has T1. Any opinions on Tyler One? I haven't watched him, but I
don't pay attention to him. No.
You don't watch him? Any memes you've seen of him recently, or any memes of him screaming?
No.
Going back to that, any orgs with the big content creation? I know you're decently well known streaming, and you join teams, and you're in a team called Saw on Twitter, with a good average, I think 12.3 thousand followers on Twitter.
12.2,
12.2.
Yeah.
Okay. Any plans with moving forward in the content creation / streaming career, or do you want to leave it as it is now, stay with Saw with a few more years, months, years, whatever the case may be, and maybe move into a bigger org, or what?
I want to keep it with Saw.
You want to keep it with Saw? You feel like that's your such a solid rock, your golden egg?
Yeah.
If you were offered by any orgs, what org would you like to join?
Probably honestly Obey.
Any reasons as to why?
They've been really supportive. Like I said, one of their what's it called, Valorant players, Satchel. He's very supportive. Has come into my stream multiple times. One of their snipers, Obey Eevee, uh, very well known. He's come into my streams multiple times. They're very supportive.
Okay, so a very supportive community is what you're trying to say with the
Yes.
whole Bay members. Organizations, a big thing right now, especially with esports that's booming. It's to my understanding that esports right now, since quarantine started about 7 to 8 months ago, esports has been booming with a new game that we both have been very into. Not so much now, but a game called Rogue
Rogue
Company.
Company.
Huge sponsorship and huge partnership with the doc and with 100 Thieves. One of the biggest orgs and biggest moves in my opinion by 100 Thieves is by getting their own character pack. And with Doc, he has his own voice lines, his own map, and his own character skin for one of the characters in game. Any opinions on him bringing back the disrespect we all know and love?
I honestly don't pay attention to Doctor Disrespect. I might have watched not one of his streams, maybe like 5 minutes of the stream. Um, honestly, not a big fan. I know he's well known, but not a
You
big
know, you're not
fan.
really into his niche.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Going back to esports, esports has been huge lately. Especially with the rise of the up and coming game Valorant. Valorant has been a very big inspiration. I know we talked about Valorant earlier
Yes.
in the podcast. Any orgs that you think will take the crown? Any players in specific that you think will be top tier players and are already top tier players, but think that they can, you know, advance to bigger things in the game?
Like, are we talking about players or orgs that already have the players?
Players in general.
Um, Evios, you know him.
Evios, yeah, we
Very
both
good
know him.
player.
Very good player.
He hit
Very good player.
Radiant Act 2 or Act 2.
And Act
Um,
3.
he is act, or I did not realize that, but if he is, congrats. Then I feel like he could grow off that like pretty well.
Okay. So organizations, Valorant, all these up and coming games, all these up and coming players in the scene. Most of that has spawned off the game we both used to play, Fortnite. Fortnite, I know, has been a very big content creation game for the past few months now. It's not really big into competitive scene as since quarantine started. There's not really big any LAN events. Speaking of LAN, the last LAN event that was huge, I believe, was Fortnite World Cup in 2019. With, I believe, over 2-3 million viewers worldwide, which to me is insane. A lot of people grew off that. For example, Booga, he made, I believe, $30 million off that off the entire World Cup, which is
Yes.
pretty cool. What are your opinions on that entire thing?
It's pretty cool. Um, honestly, congrats to him. He's how old? He's 16, 17, I think. Um, I heard he is saving up that money that I have heard of. The only thing that he has bought with that money, I'm pretty sure of, is a new desk. But that's pretty much it.
It's also so my understanding that most of his money that he had made from that tournament, he's getting in small increments. I believe that's how that's working for him. So
I have not heard anything about that.
about that. Speaking of big bucks, we do know that Ninja and Shroud, two humongous streamers in the community, Shroud being one of the best aimers in most of the games he plays, and Ninja being a very big, controversial Fortnite creator, now has moved on to bigger things such as Valorant and Genshin Impact. He's been a very big influence to younger kids to start streaming and start creating content. He has also become a meme over the years since 2018, since Fortnite started booming. Any opinions on Ninja and Shroud as streamers, content creators, anything along those lines?
Um, no, not at the moment. I don't really watch like anyone that big. The only big streamers that I usually watch is Clicks, honestly. I don't play
Clicks.
Fortnite. I don't watch video Fortnite or Fortnite videos, but he's very entertaining.
Yeah, Clicks. I actually do watch him as well. Clicks, being one of the younger players in that community, in the Fortnite community, to actually blow up off that. He was signed to Misfits Gaming, along with a lot of younger players, and Kangarna, with him moving to NRG from the transition from Misfits to NRG with Unknown Army, Edgy, Ronaldo being one of the biggest blow-ups in the whole streaming community at the moment. He's averaging about 10.6k viewers almost every stream that I've seen. From being friends with Clicks and Unknown, any opinions on Stable Ronaldo?
Very talented streamer, very funny. I do follow him on Twitch. But occasionally I will go into his streams, but I don't like pay attention to big streamers like that.
Going back to the whole topic of streaming, we're gonna cut off the whole interview. We're just gonna talk about random stuff now. We've been going solid for a good 30 minutes, so we're just gonna talk about random things. Hopefully fill the void. You're both, I'm 17, you're 15, correct?
Yes, I'll be turning 16 December 19th.
For anyone in chat who's wondering, just throwing that out there. So most people who know me, who are watching right now, know I'm actually very big into Juice WRLD music, anime, stuff like that. I know you're not a fan of Juice WRLD. You are a fan of NBA YoungBoy, or not as much anymore, but NLE Choppa.
Yes.
I'm actually a very big fan of him as well. Not big as in I was with Juice WRLD, but I know he makes very good music. I know he has, I believe he has a daughter. If that's I've seen some clips of him with his daughter. I think that's very cute, very nice.
Yes.
But very big hefty responsibility for a young kid. Not young kid, more of an adult. But how do you think he, as a father, could raise his child? I'm not telling you how he should raise his child, but do you think that would be something bad in the long run, or?
I think it'll be fine, honestly. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I honestly don't have any opinions on that.
Okay. Now,
but I think it'll be just fine.
Okay. Going back to content creation. Let's talk about this. This wasn't an interview. TikTok. Now, I know we both have TikTok. We both use TikTok. It's a very utilized app right now with the whole coronavirus pandemic going on. It is huge. I have it on my phone. I don't have my phone on me. My sister has it right now. But TikTok with an average of, I think, about 1 billion users.
Yes.
Which honestly is mind-blowing. It is the next Vine. If you guys don't know Vine was a very big app that blew up a lot of creators like King Batch, Lele Pons, Amanda Cerny, these big time actors now because of Vine.
Yes.
David Dobrik, one of the biggest YouTubers right now. One of the biggest. Not as big as PewDiePie, but obviously a very big YouTuber who's very well known for his Vines on the app before the application had shut down. David Dobrik, in my opinion, he's a very genuine guy. He's very nice, very humble. I'm not sure if you watch him at all or if you seeing anything of his content, but what do you think of him as a person?
He's very cool. He's nice, kind, like stuff like that. I don't know. He's very genuine. He does a lot of Tesla giveaways.
That's true.
Very expensive giveaways. I think he honestly he's probably one of the biggest YouTubers, as you said, and is continuing growing by the day.
Going back to the Tesla giveaways. Tesla, founded by Elon Musk. I know there's a TikToker who's probably showed up on most people in chat's For You page. He's trading a little sauce container of sand for a Tesla from Elon Musk. Do you think that one day he will get that Tesla from Elon Musk, or do you just doing this for the throwaway views?
No, I feel like he can get it.
Like he can get the Tesla.
He has traded. I don't remember what he's traded with David Dobrik, but recently he has traded
Hollywood truck.
Yeah, that was what it was. For what was it again? And I think it was
for a guitar.
Yeah,
electric guitar. I think $4,500 electric guitar, which to me is mind-boggling. That someone is willing to trade a guitar for a $15,000 truck. But then again, he's David Dobrik. That's pocket change to him. That is pocket change to him. Due to us all his success on the YouTube platform and Vine platform. Going back to platforms. TikTok, like we were saying earlier, a lot of big creators. Charlie D'Amelio, the entire D'Amelio family. I think they have an average of over 115 million followers. Mine, humongous. Charlie, very talented young girl, with a whole dancing career and content career on TikTok. Their sister, they are both very beautiful girls and women, in their respective properties. But do you think TikTok has the chance to give them big time time careers in Hollywood? Uh, Elaborate on that subject.
I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not, but I don't know. I do think, but I don't know. I'm not 100%. I think they make money off of TikTok.
They do with the creator fund.
They do. Yeah. Um but honestly, they could do, or I don't know how much money they make, like top tier not streamers, TikTokers like Charlie, other people like that. I don't know how much they make, but if they're making a lot, then they should continue with it and just keep going.
But we all know Charlie D'Amelio. I know Addison Rae. Speaking of Addison Rae, she had a song written about her by That Kid Leroy, a very up and coming artist. A lot of people are calling him Juice WRLD prodigy, or protege, as some people like to pronounce it. In my opinion, I like most of his songs. I'm an avid listener of That Kid Leroy. Along with his featuring Lil Tecca for Ransom, stuff like that. He made a song about Addison Rae, talking about pretty much the whole TikTok platform in general. Do you think that artists like the smallest and like Lil Tecca, him, do you think they can create a platform from the whole music career in TikTok?
Probably, yeah. If your music is decent and it's people like it, your video can blow up, and if they like it, they'll go to where you're putting out your music and play it.
Uh, on top of the topic of artists, we have lost a lot of artists in the past most recent years. Mac
Yes.
Miller, Lil Peep, Juice WRLD not too recently, not too long ago, my bad. December 8th, 2019, we lost Juice WRLD. I believe we lost another rapper, not a rapper, but another musician, a guitarist. Not sure on the name, but he was in a band. I don't remember the name of the band either, but a lot of musical artists, a lot of musical talent, due to the whole coronavirus pandemic, a lot of overdoses, a lot of fatal accidents. Do you think that has to do anything with coronavirus, or do you think they just,
No.
mishaps with their
Yeah.
drugs? Mishaps.
Yeah.
I know you're an avid listener of NBA YoungBoy. To me, he's not my type of musical artist, but what really attracts you to his music?
I just like the flow, honestly. I like the going straight at it, like calm beat. Like it starts off like kind of like strong, and then it goes like right at it.
So we do have 3 viewers right now. I'm not sure who's watching, but if anyone in chat wants to ask some questions about really anything that they want us to talk about, I still have some things that I can ask. But let's stop talking like if it's an interview. Let's just talk like if we're homies. Well, not if we are homies, but let's just talk normal conversations, casual stuff. Call of Duty coming out recently. Call of Duty Cold War, the beta is out on PC, I believe. I don't know when it ends, but the new Call. I played the alpha when it came out on PS4. I don't know if you've played it or even touched Call of Duty recently. Have you seen any
Call of Duty
videos?
that I have touched recently is Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 for trick shotting.
Have you seen any beta footage of Cold War?
Yes.
What do you think of the game so far?
I like it. Honestly, sniping is really nice. But pretty much other than that, it's really nice.
Do you have any questions you want to ask me or anything in general?
No.
You seem kind of nervous there, Seeyv.
No, I do have to wrap this up soon because I have to eat dinner, but...
Oh, my bad. We're
No,
gonna
you're
wrap
all
up in
good,
like,
you're all
how long do you have to go? We can wrap up in like 5 minutes.
10 minutes maybe.
10 minutes? Okay, we'll wrap up in 5. So this has been almost 40 minutes of the podcast, very first successful episode 1 of the SpawnCast featuring Seeyv. This was a very good episode. We did talk about a lot of things about gaming, pop culture, content creation in general. We're gonna wrap up when we hit 42 minutes. We have 2 minutes left. But any final thoughts on anything we talked about? Valorant, pop culture, TikTok, anything like that?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Anything you want to say to whoever's watching live?
Just like, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching, honestly.
Okay, now before we wrap up, I'm just gonna do the whole YouTube outro so I don't have to do it. Thank you to everyone who watched the video. If you guys want to see this live on my Twitch, it'll be in the description below, along with all Seeyv's social media. Thank you to everyone who watched, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But we're gonna wrap up the stream now. We're gonna wrap up everything here. Thank you to everyone who watched. I'm gonna read your guys' name in chat. Thank you to everyone. Madison and May, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate you guys' constant support. You guys have supported me for a while. Madison and May, I will be calling you guys later. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everyone watching the first episode of SpawnCast. Very successful episode. Very, very good. Some final thoughts is this whole thing with like the up where it says like SpawnCast episode 1, that's gonna be different. Down here is gonna be very different. Over there or over there where Seeyv is. To be a new guest every week, and I want it to be a new guest every week. Thank you so much for everyone who's watching. I do appreciate everyone. I'm gonna let you go, Seeyv. Do your thing. But I'm gonna end this stream, and then we're gonna start a new one of me playing Valorant, most likely. But thank you to everyone who watched. I appreciate everyone's constant support, and we'll see you both or everyone later. Thank you so much for watching.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, everyone.